Confuse the arm triangle. Focus the transition. Side to mount, side to mount. Then after, you guys can connect the arm triangle. Okay? Watch up. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to our Wednesday morning class. We're just about to start. I'm going to wrap up my thumb. And I hope you enjoy. Let's go. Ah, porra, virado, cara. Depois me tocou, depois na volta. Turn around, and drag. Control. On Monday, we work like a spin over. Knee on back, spin over to Kimura and bar, right? Even back take. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna just recap the class we had last night. Instead, we work with a lot of mobility. We're gonna work with a lot of pressure instead, okay? So we're gonna move from side control to mount with the lapel grip, and then we're gonna switch sides, connect an arm triangle, and finish with the arm triangle, okay? So we're gonna start here on side control. As always, it's a good control that I find here when we position ourselves in this situation. It's like by place one knee here under Paulo's armpit and the other knee here on his hip. It's very obvious. So every time Paulo tries to move his upper body away from me, I can follow through with my knee under his shoulder. And if he tries to move his hip away from me, I can follow through with my knee under his hip as well. So this way I can control his upper body, lower body without even have to touch anything. Alright? It's just with the position of my body. So for now, I'm gonna hug Paulo's head, okay? And I'm gonna open his lapel, cross his lapel here, under his armpit. Same thing we spoke to the guys last night here. A lot of guys, they pass the lapel and they grabbing without pressure, okay? With no pressure at all. So what you're gonna do here now is, since we committed like to move from side control to mount, at least try with a lot of pressure, I need to pass this lapel here under his armpit as much as I can and grab as tight as I can as well. Just to grab the lapel is not enough. I need to make sure Paulo is not feeling comfortable at all. So I'm gonna pull this hand here, I'm gonna pull his shoulder towards myself. So when I pull his upper body towards my leg, you guys can see I'm able to apply more shoulder pressure on his head, and that's exactly what we're looking for. We're gonna focus all the pressure on his head, and then after, it's a bit easier for me to control his arm and slide my knee to the mount position. You guys got it? Okay? So I hug his head right now, just a regular side control position. Chest on his chest. I'm gonna hug his head, pass the lapel here under his armpit, grab with my palm down, nice and tight. Then I'm gonna pull this lapel towards myself. Now I know that Paulo is like feeling exactly a lot uncomfortable, and I'm gonna limit the range of his arm as well. If he tries to bench press me here, try to push me up, he won't be able to extend his arm because I'm holding his lapel very tight, alright? And that's the thing. Now, instead of just connect my hands together like a seat belt from the top and smashing him, I'm just gonna place my biceps here with my palm down under his elbow. That's what's gonna make the whole difference, because now I lean forward, dropping all of my upper body weight here on his head. You guys can see it. Now I'm gonna just drop my far knee from his armpit down to his rib. Then I lean forward a bit more to shut down his arm. I'm gonna isolate his arm. Then I start crossing. I'm not gonna just like jump my leg over his body. I cross my shin here over his belly. Once I touch my knee here on the ground, I don't need to grab the lapel anymore. I got what I'm looking for. My chest on top of him, my both knees on the ground. So instead of get the mount position straight away, I'm gonna start like to move my hands. I just walk my fingers up to move his biceps against his head. Alright? Once I manage to move his biceps against his head, I can drop my head down to his triceps. Then I release the grip here from his lapel and connect my gable grip. After I get the gable grip, I'm gonna drop now my leg in the ground, get the mount position. I squat the mount position first. Now is the time for me to adjust what? The Katagatame, the arm triangle choke. I'm gonna cross my leg here over his body, place my shin here on his bottom leg, then I can drop my level down. When I drop my level down, you guys can see he thinks I'm gonna release the pressure, right? And that's the thing, I need him to move. So I can place my shoulder on his throat or under his chin, then I drop my hip flat on the mat. So he thought it was like releasing, actually I adjust the choke even tighter. So now instead I just squeeze my elbows, I'm gonna squeeze my elbows, but I have to work together with my legs and my upper body. My leg I use to push his hip down, and my upper body, exactly, I'm gonna push his throat up. Alright? So you guys can see I squeeze it and get the choke. Okay? It's tight, right? So it's exactly the same technique I used at the competition, the third fight this weekend, but without the lapel. Alright? But the concept is stronger than you. So we pass the lapel here. It's not a must, but it helps a lot, especially when I put this lapel towards myself. I feel like I have a much better control and I feel more comfortable to get the mount position. So now look, I place my arm here under his armpit, and you guys can see now, if I'm not able to apply a lot of pressure here because he got like a nice strong stiff arm, doesn't change anything, alright? I just want to make sure that his arm doesn't push my leg into his half guard when it's like getting the mount position. Okay, look my top knee, my thigh knee. I drop down, I'm gonna move down a little bit so I have a better angle to cross my leg over. So if Paulo try to push my leg there, my arm is here. You're not gonna be able to reach my leg, alright? Then I can lean forward and then walk my fingers up. You guys can see I don't get the mount position straight away, because if I'm here in the mount position and his arm is still free, he can push me up, right? It's gonna be very bouncy. So I just drop my knee on the ground and keep my shin on top of his belly. Now it's a bit easier for me to walk my fingers up, all the way up as much as I can, till I block his arm now with my head on his triceps. Once you get here, halfway through, I can release the lapel and connect my gable grip. Get the mount position now, just to squat the mount, alright? So we break the guy mentally, we're gonna cross the other leg over, boom, and then I release the pressure a little bit, drop my level down. So that's what I'm looking for. I don't want my left shoulder in the middle of his face. I want to place the shoulder on his throat. That's where the choke comes from. Now I can drop my hip flat on the mat, and look guys, everything works together. Leg push his hip down, my upper body goes a little bit higher, and I flat my hip on the ground, squeeze my elbows on. That's a lot of pressure. Good? All good? So let's try this one. If you guys get a little bit confused with the arm triangle, focus the transition, side to mount, side to mount. Then after, you guys can connect the arm triangle. Okay? Watch out. We just finished our warm-up. Right now we work the technique of the day. So just so we can work on transitions from side control to mount, connect some kimuras and bas. As you guys can see today, we work on Katagatame, and we're gonna carry on with this kind of concept till the end of the week. As much as you connect cable grip, then I'm trying.
Let's try and go and see what we can.
It's tighter. We're not gonna fight against his arm from the side control, okay? We're gonna move his arm away from the mount, so we have a better angle, and I can use my upper body better. So look, from here, I control the lapel, and I pull him close to me to apply more pressure, right? So once we're here, I place my arm here under his elbow. That's what we're looking for. Alright? I'm not gonna fight against his arm from here. Otherwise, I might compromise my position of side control. Alright? I won't be able to get them out. So just make sure your chest is on his chest, and there's a lot of shoulder pressure there as well. Okay? So he's thinking much more about release the pressure in his head than recover his guard. And that's what I'm looking for. Okay? So now I lean forward a little bit, drop my thigh a little bit lower. Then look, I cross my leg over here. I'm not fighting against his arm. I need this balance in my hand on the ground here to have a better balance on top. So now, once I'm able to drop my both knees on the ground, I can fight against his arm. You're gonna try to push my way up. Then I can push his biceps against his head, all right? If it's not enough, I'm gonna walk my fingers here on the ground without placing my hand on his triceps, all right? I don't wanna release this pressure. Once I place my arm here under his triceps, I commit with his arm to the end. Because look, if I move my hand from the mat and try to push his arm against his head, I might lose the pressure, all right? Then I won't be able to get the Katagatame anymore, okay? So we're gonna walk up our fingers forward as much as we can. You're gonna try to push down. There'll be a fight here. But I'm on top and then I can lean against his arm. That's what we're looking for. Now I place my head here, right next to his triceps. Is the time I can connect my gable grip. If the Katagatame is still not tight, like not well connected, no problem. Get them out position. Then we're gonna work on that thing we said before. Look, I release the pressure here a little bit. I cross my leg over, and if he thinks he can escape, he's always gonna try to move. The more he tries to move, the better is for you to connect your shoulder on his throat. All right? No pressure yet. Look, I'm not working to finish him. Only after I place my shoulder here on his throat, I drop my level down, stretch him down, and squeeze my elbows against his body. If I rush, I won't be able to connect the choke. Okay? Okay, 1, 2. So guys, 2 minutes just to adjust. Okay, stay here. Try to place his knee on top of his knee. Alright, now flat. Pressure starts from the beginning to the end, right? So if something goes wrong, at least you guys get them out position, okay? So the arm triangle is a plus. If you're able to get them out position and position yourself to finish, perfect. If you're not, just try to get them out position. What are you gonna do now? We're gonna have a round specific spine before we move to our live spine, okay? We're gonna start on side control, but today with the lapel, all right? Before yesterday, with no lapel. So today, the person top grabs the lapel under your partner's armpit, all right? If you guys like this kind of grip, perfect, carry on with this kind of grip. If not, guys can release and work wherever you guys feel more comfortable with from side control, okay? So the target here is the person top, just keep progressing, try to finish, all right? Knee on belly, mount, back, whatever. We only stop if there's a submission or if the person at the bottom managed to flip you over or recover his guard. Got it? Okay, 2 minutes on top, 2 to the bottom. So now it's time for our round specific spine. Every day, right after our technical drill session, we have at least 1 round specific spine. So our students, they can work on the concept, the techniques of the day, and of course they have an option to attack, a chance, right? To attack and defend it. Right after the specific spine, we have some live spine session. Let's go guys, if you want to talk, just carry on. Just try to find a better position to finish. Try to get a knee belly, moving forward. Get them out, back. Alright guys, switch positions, go.
Let's put in the arm right there, doing.
Oh yeah, it was feeling everything. Like really.
Keep going guys, 1 minute. Now the magic happens. Spine session. Let's go. Guys, 5 minutes on the clock. Grab your partner. Vamos, vamos,
Training Walid. Good.
Let's go, Robert. Come on, man. We got this, man.
How was training, sir?
How you doing? Friends from Brazil.
Oh, amazing.
Feels like it's Friday, right? Everybody like the heat, right? Summer. Summer in Dubai. It's like the winter in UK, right? Everybody depressed like that. All right, guys, go. Quick break for coach. That's where it's go, guys. In the morning, on the mats.
No problem.
You see, a lot of people making fun of older people. They train much better than the young ones. Look, the young ones like slow pace, take it easy. Look at these old guys. Ready to go? Always.
Always. Usa.
Who's that?
Always ready.
Thank you, kuya.
Very amazing train.
Very nice, bro.
There is no better way to start your day, you know. It's amazing, guys.
How's training, Andre?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Iron, it's heat, but good ambience, good vibe.
Nice.
Awesome.
Awesome, bro. I was training Palo. Very nice.
That's it. Guys, 6 of you outside, guys. Yeah, line up.
How was it, sir?
Boa.
Thank you. De boa. Valeu. Even wasn't there.
Guys, well done. Just a quick reminder. Saturday morning we have no classes, only our belt promotion and open match afterwards. Alright? So you're gonna start 10 o'clock in the morning. It's not gonna take longer than 20-30 minutes maximum. Okay? Then after we just carry on, break a good sweat together, and that's it. Guys, thank you very much. It's a very good friend of mine from a long time ago. We met in Singapore. Thank you. came all the way from Brazil. He's going to get married.
Congrats.
Best day was to get married in Russia. Finally, huh?
Yes.
Well done. And that's it for now, guys. Here's the guy in Jiu-Jitsu. Nice, thank you very much. That's sunrise. Thank you. Well done.